Hello, everyone. My name is Sabrine. I am a head program manager with Magic, and today I have Deepa and Zauditu with us. First of all, thank you so much and congratulations for coming almost to the end of this journey. Your presentation is in this coming week, but you're almost there. So congratulations to both of you. Thank you so much, Deepa, for investing your time in mentoring with Magic. This is uh, so so great for us and an opportunity for many girls that will never forget this experience. So to start with, can you introduce yourself to us, Deepa?
Sure. I'm Deepa K. I'm a application engineering manager at Discover Financial Services. I live in Richmond, Virginia, and I believe this is my 10 plus year mentoring with Magic.
That's amazing. Can you introduce yourself as Zauditu?
Hi, my name is Zauditu. I'm in my junior year of high school at Fieldston.
Cool. Can you tell us what is your project about?
Okay, so basically what we were working on is, well, I've had a lot of experience in the past with like different types of injector pens or injections. Like I've had just a syringe used to inject my own medication. And I've also been on like three different types of injector pens. So I've kind of like seen how they felt, how they worked, and how like different designs had affected like how painful it was, how efficient the injection was, like how much time. Most of them were pretty quick. But yeah, so I guess I came into this project trying to solve some of the issues that I had experienced with injector pens. Or like the goal of solving issues I've experienced with injector pens. Like certain ones I've experienced have been like harder to hold if my hand gets like sweaty, which is the problem I have, or some of them have been more painful. And yeah, I was just trying to figure out a design that would help solve some of those issues and also just learn more about designing in general and working with 3D modeling and stuff like that.
Awesome. How was the process of choosing your project? Were you clear this is what you wanted to work on in this mentoring program, or how's this?
I was pretty clear on what I wanted to do from the beginning, especially because like I was really encouraged by my engineering teacher in school. Like he had heard my issues and I had a lot of complaints, and I also in my head I had a lot of ideas for how I could change the design of the injector pen. But I wasn't fully sure on how I would end up executing that, which is why I thought I would need like extra support in order to do that. So yeah, I came into this with the idea that I was going to make an injector pen, but yeah, I wasn't fully sure on how or how I designed it, what system I'd use to design it, and like how that would look.
And how was this mentoring process for you, Deepa? This journey of designing a new pen. It sounds like not something very easy to tackle.
Yeah, so it helped that Zauditu had a very clear idea of what she wanted to build, and she also had a lot of good suggestions on what worked and didn't work for her. We did do a few iterations of the design itself. We walked through a little bit about the phases of building something, which was, almost like the life cycle of a build, and walked through a little bit of her the design she had in mind, and also some of the practical aspects of some of those designs, what would work, what wouldn't work, and so on. So it was an evolutionary process, but I think we had a lot of fun along the way.
Awesome. And in this process, what were the different concepts or different ways of working when comparing to like homeworks and things you do in school? How was this different for you, Zauditu?
Yeah, I feel like for homework a lot of the time we know exactly like the steps that I have to take and like what the end's gonna like exactly what's gonna look like in the end. I feel like for this project there were certain points where it felt like we weren't moving forward, but we were. It was just like slower, and certain parts where it was a little bit unstructured because it had to be, because that's how designing is. You have to go back and you have to change things. And so I feel like yeah, I don't know exactly how it changed because I go to my school's like very liberal arts. They give us like a lot of control over our assignments. But I feel like the main thing that changed was like continuously going back and changing things and not necessarily knowing what the end would look like. And yeah.
Awesome. And this question, I think, can be for both of you. You can start sharing your ideas. Deepa, was there any aha moment, any memorable moment during this mentoring program that you could share with us? If we can start with Deepa.
Yeah, so I think part of what really made this very interesting was Zauditu's experience, right? She had already come in knowing what worked for her, what didn't work for her, and had a pretty clear idea on the direction she wanted to go. We didn't get as far as we would have liked with actually 3D printing it, because I think that was her end goal coming into this. But I think along the way, we learned a lot of things about how to approach a project like this, where to look for help when you're trying to do the research on things, what's practical to do in this, given this setting, because we're doing this remote. I'm in Richmond, Virginia. She's in New York. So there was a lot of, there were some constraints in the actual feasibility of making something as a physical model, but we try to use as many online tools as possible and work with that. And I think a lot of it is really where Zauditu is picking up on. She did a lot of research on her own, and I think her involvement was really the most key and most inspiring thing for me all along.
That's nice to hear.
Wait, could I what was like really helpful to me was specifically like Deepa, she ended up using real objects to demonstrate how I could like create different parts of the pen. So one of the examples she used was like a click pen because I wanted also for this pen to be reusable. So I was trying to figure out how that worked, and we kind of used how the inside of one of those pens, I'm forgetting what they're called. I'm saying a click pen. That's obviously not what they're called.
Ballpoint, yeah.
Ballpoint pen. We used that to like demonstrate how the inside of our injector pen would work, and we ended up using a lot of those concepts in our like final design.
That's really amazing. Very creative process. I saw the slides of your presentation, and there is one slide with some drawings. Was it your hand drawing of this?
Yeah. I like to draw, so like that's one of my biggest strengths in engineering is like I feel like I'm pretty good at drawing things out, and the lines are really straight because I use Procreate where you can like adjust the line structure, but all of those were my own drawings. The one I don't know if you're looking at it right now, but they're all of these are consisting of like different parts of the design process, whereas the biggest image is one of like the final designs, and that's where we kind of decided on how everything was going to look for the 3D printing or most, yeah, for the
really cool model. Did you look at other designs, how like a professional design of a pen or any other kind of products look like to come up with this design?
I based a lot of this off of injector pens I already had, like in terms of the look, at least in the beginning. Like there was this, I added a clear spacing because a lot of the injector pens I had, you could see it was done because you could see the syringe moving and the syringe had a color on it. So certain parts were based on injector pens I already had, and other parts were based off of the pen, like the button mechanics was based specifically off of pens. It was changed a little bit, but it was like very similar. And so yeah, I didn't do them all based on models that were made. It was more of just like what I saw and like I had access to in real life. And yeah.
I see. That's great. Deepa, do you have any words for Zauditu for her coming years? Any advices or pieces of just some words to share with her?
Sure. I think Zauditu is an extremely talented and smart girl, young lady, I should say. She definitely is excelling in multiple areas, including sports, public speaking, you name it. She has, tried it all and done really well with it. I think she has a good grasp on engineering aspects as well, and I would love to see her continue in that line. I think taking it to the next level of, getting deeper in CAD and designing and building, and with her artistic abilities as well as her inquisitive nature, I think she'd do really well as a designer, engineering designer. I'm hoping she'll continue along that line. I'm sure there are many different professions she's very capable of doing and will do well, but I guess I'm biased. I would love for her to continue in STEM, and because I feel like she has a lot to offer there as well. So
That's amazing. And what do you think? Do you have any plans for continuing this project, or can you share a little bit with us?
I think for this project specifically, I definitely want to have like a 3D printed model at some point. So I think I'm probably going to continue on with this project, like whether that means like doing this program again next year potentially, or just continuing it on my own. I think I'm just going to continue to edit what I have, and also maybe work with my engineering teacher to like create the designs, and maybe work with Deepa. So yeah, that's like it. I want to 3D printed. I want to 3D print the model, and that's like my main goal.
Sounds good. All right, I think we're done here. Thank you so much again, and congratulations for going through this journey. And I wish you a very good presentation this coming week.
Thank you.
thank you, Sabrina.
Bye.
Bye.